Giant creatures have made their way on Earth long before the time of human civilization. Though dinosaurs and other animals don't exist now, the world still has many giant monstrous creatures roaming around. Hey guys, welcome back yet again, 5 giant creatures that people got on camera. Ready to see all of them? Haha, not so fast. Before we begin, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to get notified every time we upload a new video. Okay, now let's begin with the video. The world is a fascinating place. With a wide variety of flora and fauna, the number of species living on this planet is limitless. But today, for you guys, we have narrowed it down to the 5 giant creatures that people got on camera. Number 5. The lion's mane jellyfish. Belonging to phylum Cnidaria, we have the giant jellyfish you'd have ever possibly seen. Characterized by an 8-lobed bell with 70 to 150 tentacles, the lion's mane jellyfish grows up to an average length of 1.5 feet. However, it can go up to 6 feet too. The largest lion's mane one ever recorded was 120 feet long. That's humongous! What's unique about this creature is the sting that it uses to get hold of its prey. The poison is more than enough to make their enemies go away. Even humans have little to fear of the lethal poison this jellyfish produces. Fun fact, unlike other animals, these creatures thrive in areas affected by human activity. Weird, ain't it? Oh, and the tentacles can still sting you even if it is not attached to the body of the jellyfish. Also known as the Arctic red jellyfish or the hair jelly, is found in the cold ocean waters of the Northern Hemisphere. Some populations of it are also seen in the Gulf of Mexico. You must be wondering, out of all the names, why is it called the lion's mane jellyfish? Well, did you see the long tentacles that are flowing around the bell of its body? They resemble the beauty and the bite of a lion, and that, my friends, is how the creature gets its name. The animal is usually found in the first 20 meters of the ocean, where it feeds on zooplankton, small fishes, and even other creatures belonging to the same kingdom. Though it looks pretty, it is one deadly animal, so make sure not to go near it, and specifically, do not touch it, people. Number 4. Giant oarfish. On the 4th, we have the scaleless, slimy, and scarce deep sea fish. Yes, the giant oarfish. Though it can grow up to 50 feet long, it's only been seen a few handful times. The humongous-eyed eel-like fish is also called a ribbonfish because of its long, skinny body. Another name for the fish is the roosterfish, as it has red, frilly dorsal corsets on top of its head and goes down its body. Insanely enough, the animal is also commonly believed as a harbinger of natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis, and is also known as the messenger from the sea god's palace. So, if ever this fish shows up at sea, the tale says that an earthquake will most likely happen there. Fun fact, you guys, the giant oarfish also happens to be the world's longest bony fish. First described in the year 1772, they reach up to a length of 56 meters and weigh 600 pounds. Due to their superficial resemblance to the smaller fishes, the silvery fish is sometimes referred to as the king of herrings. Weirdly enough, they taste like gelatinous goo. No, I did not taste it, you guys, but people who have tasted it have said that their flesh is flabby and gooey. Unlike the lion's mane jellyfish, this dude is not so dangerous. Yes, I agree they do look like a ginormous sea monster, however, they are not deadly and will not affect at all. They feed on zooplanktons with their flimsier teeth-like structures called gill rakers, which help their mouths catch tiny organisms. They also have a small opening to their digestive system. Pretty interesting. Number 3. Trunco. Next up is a weird, giant, hairy sea monster that ended up on the coast of the Philippines following a massive earthquake in 2017. However, the animal's existence was reportedly sighted in 1922 in Margate, South Africa, after this globster-looking creature washed up on the beach. Due to the shape and structure of this creature, it was nicknamed Trunco. Beachgoers say that the animal is about 47 feet. The animal is described as a giant polar bear mixed with whale features. The animal's trunk is closely attached to the animal's torso, as there was no visible head on the carcass. The insane creature was first witnessed off the coast battling 2 killer whales. People who saw the event claimed the following statements: "I saw 2 whales fighting a sea monster about 1,300 meters from the shore. I took my glasses and was surprised when I saw what I saw as a polar bear, but it was huge, said an eyewitness. Unlike other fights, this one lasted for a total of 3 freaking hours. Some other witnesses said the creature's dimensions to be 10 feet wide, 5 feet high, and, as I mentioned earlier, a length of 47 feet, which is about 14 meters. That's pretty long. The animal's physical features are pretty outstanding. They have snowy white fur with an enormous trunk and a body showing off the lobster tail. Their carcass is devoid of blood. The fish-like polar bear stunned all the locals when it made its first ever appearance out to the public. Number 2. Giant Pacific Octopus. Known as the enormous octopus globally, we have the brainy and beautiful giant Pacific octopus. What's so cool about this creature is its chameleon-like abilities. Yes, you heard me right, you guys. The special pigmented cells, called chromatophores, help the giant Pacific octopus change its appearance and mimic rocks and highly patterned corals, and that too in 1/10 of a second. The size of this massive creature, on average, is almost similar to that of a 6-foot man and has a lifespan of 3 to 4 years. These underworld animals, however, live longer than any other octopus. The size record was for one that weighed more than about 600 pounds and was 30 feet long. Since you're here, we'll tell you a fun fact about this monstrous creature. It turns out, the female giant octopuses lay 18,000 to 74,000 eggs. But all eggs are the size of a grain of white rice. Insane, isn't it? Scientifically known as Enteroctopus doflani, this giant mostly lives alone and feeds on animals like shrimps, clams, lobsters, fishes, and it turns out, they even eat small sharks. Well, they do have a beak-like mouth, so that kinda makes sense. They also can cloud their predators in black ink. The ink is highly toxic to the point that if they do it in a small room, it can end up affecting the octopus itself. The giant Pacific octopus is known for having blue blood. Do you know why it has blue blood, unlike red? This is because of the presence of this copper-rich protein called hemocyanin in its bloodstream. This is extremely useful for them as it helps them transport oxygen efficiently since it lives in cold ocean environments. Number 1. Giant Oceanic Manta Ray. And last but not least, we have fish that can weigh up to a total of 3 metric tons. That's almost the size of a baby elephant. Manta rays are already some of the largest fishes you can find in the sea. Now imagine how a giant manta ray would be. Known as a highly threatening and brilliant fish species, these bad boys could have up to a wingspan of 29 feet. Dang, that's huge! The name comes after the Spanish word manta, which means cloak or blanket. These giant creatures can be found inside oceanic waters and even in productive coastal areas with massive diamond-shaped bodies and triangular pectoral fins. It is also commonly nicknamed the devil's fish because of the 2 horn-shaped fins protruding from its head. This creature sure does look like a devil, LOL. Despite their size, they are pretty similar to blue whales as they feed on tiny planktons. They are seen widely throughout the subtropical as well as the tropical parts of the globe. Unlike the vast majority of fishes, the giant manta rays give birth to a young one only once every 2 to 3 years, and that too to only 1 or 2 babies. The pups look just like the adult ones and have the ability to survive without parental care almost immediately. Though the lifespan remains unknown, scientists have spotted some that lived up to practically 40 years. Damn, that's a really long lifespan for a fish. Alright you guys, we have almost come to the end of today's video. Those were some giant monsters. Which one did you like the most? What do you think the world would have been if humans and dinosaurs coexisted? Let us know your views and opinions in the comments below. Do you like watching this type of content? Then, what you waiting for? Hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll keep you entertained with more cool videos. Also, yes, don't forget to press the bell icon. We'll see y'all again in another video. Until then, bye folks!